Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing well today. Have you wanted to know the secrets to commanding presence in a meeting? Have you ever wanted to do that? Have you ever wanted to just walk in a room and everyone just look at you like, wow, this woman is amazing? Well, I'm going to share a couple of tips with you today, strategies that I personally have used to have a commanding presence in a meeting. Now, if you're not sure what a commanding presence is, you're at the right place. I'm going to talk to you about it and I'm going to explain to you why it's important for women leaders to be able to develop this skill. So if you have some other women that are in your inner circle, you definitely want to share this video with them because I'm going to go over these secrets to help you be commanding in a meeting that will help you on your journey. The first secret that I want to share with you is that, believe it or not, in order to have a commanding presence in a meeting, it actually starts way, did I say way? Way before your meeting. I know that sounds odd, but it is the truth because you have to basically build up your commanding presence or your executive presence before you go into your meeting. It doesn't just happen to where you come into the meeting, you sit down, and then there's like this light aura about around you that just shines, and everybody's like, "Wow, this is a commanding woman in this room." There's a lot of background work, a lot of work that you have to do to be able to put yourself in that particular scenario so that you can be able to do that. Okay, so I'm going to share with you what you need to do. So first, the first secret is it all starts before you even get into the room. Before you get into the room, this is something that you'll need to try to develop and try to work on. My other secret I want to share with you is that confidence is really important. Having a very, very heightened sense of your value and your self worth is something that is so incredibly important when it relates to building a commanding presence and developing your executive presence into your meetings. So there's a couple of videos I have on my YouTube channel. There's a 4-part video series I recorded a long time ago, ladies, that talks about how to build your confidence. It's a great video to help you develop a good foundation of confidence and what it not only means to you as a person, but what it means to other people, that they can have confidence in you. So just check that video out. I could talk a lot more about that, but that's not the focus of this video today. I really want to share with you how you can get that commanding presence. So confidence is very important. Definitely develop your confidence because that is going to help you be able to build that up. Another thing, another secret I want to share with you that will help you be able to share your commanding presence is to work collaboratively with other people, because people deal with people that they like. And if you come across as somebody who has a very optimistic, team-centered approach, people want to work with you. They do. And they want to listen to what you have to say, which is why I mentioned at the very beginning that you want to build your commanding presence before you go into your meeting. So keep that in mind. You got to work with other people. There has to be some form of collaboration that's going on for people to want to work with you and really want to hear what you have to say. Another thing that comes up a lot of times, and I've seen many, many women kind of struggle with when it comes to having those type of scenarios and trying to command a presence in the room, is that you have to really carry yourself in a way that shows a commanding presence. If you want to put yourself in a situation where people are going to focus on you, make sure you're wearing attire that is commanding. What do I mean? Like, for instance, I have a blue dress on right now. This is a pretty bright blue color, I would say. And I would say for me that this particular bright blue color is a commanding color, right? You can find other colors like your reds, your blues, your whites, your pinks. I mean, any color really can be commanding if it's like a solid color. and you're able to dress it up. Now, if you want to get more insight and help on that, I will be more than happy to help you. But you want to make sure you're setting yourself as an executive, as somebody who is presenting themselves as an executive that has a commanding presence. Your commanding presence starts with you internally, and then there's the external part that everybody sees, if that makes sense. So I hope that is very helpful for you. Now, another secret I would share for you is that you will need to listen a lot more than you speak. Now, that may sound counterintuitive. You may think, well, if I'm going to have a commanding presence, I need to be speaking all the time and talking all the time. But no. That's not the secret. The secret is for you to listen more than you speak. Do you want me to tell you why? I'm going to tell you why. Because if you listen more than you speak, when you speak, people will listen. Now, I hope that makes sense. Because if you are the person in the room that doesn't talk that much, and then you suddenly have something to say and you already have your confidence in line, you've already been working with other people, you already have yourself dressed to have a commanding presence or have those really bold colors, then people are going to look and say, oh, she doesn't speak that often. I wonder what she has to say. And all eyes and attention will be on you. So listen more than you speak. I would only speak when you need to, if it's something relevant for your topic. You have to build up your momentum, if that makes sense, because if you have somebody that speaks all the time in meetings, and look, ladies, you know, you have been in meetings where you have that one person that is speaking all the time. People get tired of hearing them. They just do sometimes. And so there's a balance. You don't have to share every single insight, but the things that are very relevant, that are very important to the group, that you can add your perspective to, is what you need to say when it's your time to speak. That helps you have a commanding presence because people know you don't say that much. And so that means when you have something to say, it must be very important. Now, another tip I want to share with you is that you will need to learn how to control your emotions. When you are developing a demanding and commanding presence for people to focus it on you, your emotions have to be completely in check. There are things, there are topics, there are situations, there are conversations, there are discussions that you are going to have in a group setting that you are simply not going to like. They're going to bother you, they're going to test your patience, and they're going to really annoy you. Being able to have that very focused and controlled appearance is really important. So let me give you an example of this. When you're at a meeting, instead of looking like, oh, what's going on, or etc., one thing I'd recommend for you to do when you're sitting there, and I know you can't see my lower half here, but have your hands clasped together and just look straight. If you need to smile, smile. And if you acknowledge something, nod your head, acknowledge. But other than that, just look straight. Now, there's a certain type of look you should have. I talk about this in the video. You need to practice your smiles. Actually, no, I talked about this in my email list. I sent this to my email list. So if you haven't signed up for my email list, it's something that I would highly recommend for you to do. And that is the type of smiles that you may need to use in different types of settings. So there's a big smile, a little smile, and a not so big smile, not so little smile. And so if you want to be on my email list, sign up for it. I'll help you with that. But there's different types of way you want to be able to communicate that you're listening, but you do want to have that type of appearance where you look like you're not doing anything. So sorry, my kids are in the background. But nonetheless, I hope that this information was helpful to you. As a summary, we talked about a lot of things that can help you have a commanding presence. One, knowing that it starts before you go into the room, knowing that you have to collaborate with other people, making sure that you keep your gestures and your body language in a good place, And then also making sure that you're listening and that you are making sure that you are controlling your emotions. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you want some help on developing your executive presence and speaking more confidently as a woman leader, that is my expertise. I have been a public speaker and a leader, C-suite manager, director for the past 20 years. It's a great opportunity for you to learn from my 2 decades worth of experience on how to have a commanding executive presence and speak confidently. Just sign up for the communication skills audit that's in the description below, and I will see you on the next video. And of course, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, because that helps it to get more people and help more women leaders just like you go to that next level and communicate at a higher level than your peers. Till next video, bye for now.